You know who Ayaan Hirsi Ali is, right? She's the anti-Sharia activist. She was thrown out of the Netherlands for, they said, she's causing all the trouble. It was actually the people trying to kill her who were causing the trouble. She says, in Saudi Arabia, governed by Sharia Islamic law, a woman must live under the authority of a male guardian, her wali al-amr. The Quran says, quote, men are the protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has given the one more strength than the other and because they support them from their means. The General Presidency for Scholarly Research, an official body in charge of Islamic legal opinion, has issued a fatwa construing that verse strictly. A woman should not leave her house except with her husband's permission. Saudi women do not have freedom of movement and never become fully independent legal persons. Regardless of age, they need permission from a male guardian to travel overseas, apply for a passport, marry, or be released from prison. The guardian is usually a woman's father or husband, but can also be a brother, cousin, or even son. Imagine the humiliation, she says, of a middle-aged woman having to ask a young son's approval for important and mundane life decisions. Guardian's reach doesn't stop at the border. Listen to this. This is amazing. Last April, 24-year-old Dina Ali Lazloum was held up by Filipino authorities as she changed planes at Manila International Airport. Miss Lazloum had left Saudi Arabia against her family's wishes. Her Saudi uncles appeared and whisked her back to Riyadh. An airline official told Human Rights Watch he heard Ms. Lazloum begging for help before being carried out in a wheelchair with duct tape on her mouth, feet, and hands. The Saudi government said this was a family matter. She has not been heard from since, but her credit cards are interest-free, so that's great. So Linda Sarsour has said of Ayaan Hirsi Ali that she needs her butt kicked. This was one of her tweets. She needs her butt kicked. Let's listen to Ayaan Hirsi Ali responding to Linda Sarsour.
Ms. Sarsour is hostile to me, not because she knows me, but because she's a fake feminist. Ms. Sarsour is not interested in universal human rights. She's a defender of Sharia law. And the principle of Sharia law, there's no principle that demeans, degrades, and dehumanizes women more than the principle of Sharia law. And Linda Sarsour is a defender of that. She hates me, she hates Brigitte Gabriel because of that. Linda Sarsour is not a defender of universal human rights. She's a defender of Sharia law. She hates me because I expose what Sharia law is. What Sharia law is what the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria is doing.
So let's just broaden this out for a minute.